Okay, so now we're gonna get the spaghetti squash ready to make, and this can be bought at your local grocery store. The prices vary. This is like $2, I believe. And if you haven't had spaghetti squash, when it's done, it basically tastes like pulled pork. It's really, really good. So what you want to do is preheat your oven at 400 degrees, okay? And you're going to need olive oil, paprika, and some brown sugar, okay? So the first step, what you want to do is you take your spaghetti squash and you pierce it like this and cut it. In half. What you'll see is this right here. So what I got to do is scrape all the seeds out. It kind of looks like pumpkins. You can also roast these seeds if you want and roll them in some salt, and they taste like pumpkin seeds. Okay, so I'm going to scrape them out. Okay, here we are, we're back, and here I cleaned it out. Real easy, took about 3 minutes to do it. That's what was inside. Basically, it looks like a pumpkin, okay? And so what you want to start out with is some olive oil, and you just pour a little bit, not too much. Take a pastry brush and brush all around, just like that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. And believe it or not, this is going to taste like pulled pork without the grease and the slime and the bad stuff that's in it. Okay? Then take your paprika and you sprinkle it. Okay? Mm-hmm. Get all around because this is all going to be scraped out when it's done. Then some brown sugar. Mm-hmm. And that's all it takes, folks. See that? Then you put it in your oven for approximately 45 minutes, depending on how big your pumpkin squash is. So we're going to start out with 40 minutes on this at 400 degrees. Okay, so we're going to pull the spaghetti squash out now. That's been cooking for 45 minutes at 400 degrees. And make sure you wear a hot oven mitt. This is very hot. And that's what it's going to look like. Right there. Okay. And then you take a fork and you stick it in. See how it's soft? See that? And then you want to let it sit for 20 minutes. Let it cool down. You go all the way around. Just like a baked potato. It should feel like a baked potato. Right like that. And it makes your house smell really nice and like fall. Like brown sugary smell. And your house smells really good right now. Like you're burning a pumpkin candle or something. Okay, so the spaghetti squash is now cooled down. And as you can see how easy and This is why they call it spaghetti squash. Look at how it looks. It looks like spaghetti. And it comes real easy. See that? Comes out of there real easy like that. And I'm going to scrape all this out of here into a pan. And then we're going to cook it on the stove with barbecue sauce. Okay, so I got them all scraped out. It took about 5 minutes. That's what you're going to come up with. And there's no waste whatsoever. And this is what you have. Look at all that. Out of that little squash. So now you see why they call it spaghetti squash. Look at it. It looks like spaghetti. Okay? So we're going to turn it on medium heat. And we're going to start off with 1 cup of barbecue sauce. Just pour it right in there. We like to use like a hickory flavored sauce. Whatever sauce you guys like. Just think you're making like barbecued pulled pork, barbecued ribs, whatever flavor you like. Add that type of barbecue sauce to it. Because the squash does not change the flavor of the barbecue sauce. And what you want to do is stir it up. See how it's starting to look like pulled pork? But you won't have no grease. There's no grease in it. When you put it on your sandwich and you take a bite, no grease runs down your arm or nothing like that. This is all vegan, and there's no griddle or gristle or fat or none of that stuff in this. And you just gotta try it. I was skeptical when I first tried it, and believe me, it's the best pulled pork I've ever had in my life. I would recommend this to anybody. Just give it a try and you'll love it. For 5 to 10 minutes. See how it's starting to smoke? And then we'll make some sandwiches with it. Okay, so we're going to make the pulled pork spaghetti squash sandwich. And what I like to do is put a little bit of the spaghetti squash there, like that. About that much right there would be good. Then take a little bit of your vegan coleslaw and put that right here. And we got these really good rolls that we grilled. And then there you go. That's all you do. Then you put it like this. And that's it. You dig in. It's all